It's been about 8 months since we bought a townhome in Orange County, so here are some pros and cons of what it's like owning a townhome, just in case anyone's looking to buy one. The first pro is that I feel like this is such a good transition from renting to owning a property because our HOA kind of covers all the maintenance from roof, exterior, and the yard. And honestly, we are not yard people and we don't need a yard as of now. It's kind of nice that we don't have to think about that. The second pro definitely has to do with our lifestyle because a lot of times home in Southern California is at 3 floors.
So once you come in, there's like an office or a bedroom, and then you go on to the second floor and there's a middle kitchen and living room, and then you go up another floor and it's all bedrooms.
So because both of us work from home, this is a really good separation of living. And during the daytime, we actually don't interact at all because my office is on the 3rd floor and his office is on the 1st floor. So I love the fact that we have privacy and we don't really hear each other. Another pro is that a lot of residents are around our age, like young professionals in their late 20s or 30s, where they're just starting a family. So since a lot of neighbors are around your age, you're just more likely to find people you'd get along with. And we also have this really big group chat where people would share information or keep an eye out for each other when they see something. So I think there's a lot more interaction and sense of community in a townhome. This blush by a Thai brand is so pretty. Okay, now to the con, which is honestly not really a con for us because it has to do with which unit we chose, but you could have noise problems because you're sharing a wall or 2 walls with your neighbors. Luckily, I specifically chose an end unit, so I haven't had that issue. So if you're buying a townhome, maybe consider an end unit if you can, so you can get less noise and sunlight from 3 sides. The next con of living in our 3-floor townhome are the stairs. The stairs for me is just a minor inconvenience because sometimes like I'll be in the car and then forgetting something on the 3rd floor, so I have to climb up like 3 stairs, which is kind of annoying. But this layout is definitely not good for people with mobility issues, people with small kids, or elderly, because Coco has tripped down the stairs, Steven has tripped, and Steven's dad. So this layout can potentially be dangerous. Okay, the last con is of course HOA fees and restrictions. Right now we're paying about $400 in HOA fees, but for some townhomes that we were looking at in OC, the HOA fees can go up to like $1,500 a month. Also, you can't really do too much with the exterior of your home. One time we got a letter from our HOA to take our Christmas lights and decorations down from our door and patio, but it was in January. So if that's what you care about, you actually don't get a lot of freedom on what you can do, especially on the exterior of your house. So do we like owning a townhome? The answer is yes. I feel like this has to do with the fact that we don't have kids and we also have small pets who don't need a big yard. Another thing I want to note is that we actually bought this house way under budget, and that heavily contributes to our experience as homeowners because we didn't change our lifestyle. We still travel, we still go out to eat, and we're just not stressed about money because we're house poor. We are definitely saving and hoping to buy our second home in the next 5 to 7 years. But so far, as a first-time homeowner, I'm so glad that this is my first home.